This month on Images, culinary arts student Evelyn Coolio sweetens her future. College of DuPage's electronics technology program offers practical experience with high-tech equipment. And check up on students pursuing careers in dental hygiene. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Hi, I'm Rio Almaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Welcome to Images, the show that keeps you up to date with everything happening here at COD. College of DuPage offers programs of study for all types of learners, including those wishing to advance or change their careers. Evelyn Coolio is redirecting her path and learning new skills with in-depth study of baking and pastry arts in College of DuPage's culinary arts program, mixing her passion with her goals.
Well, my name's Evelyn Coolio. I come from a big Greek family, so we're all really loud and really passionate about whatever we do. And us Greeks are all about doing what you love. So I decided to follow what I really wanted to do and make a career out of it. Before this, I had already gone to a 4-year college and I was working in the field. I just wasn't feeling full. I wanted more, I wanted something different, and I was looking for a change so quickly. So I decided that after a while, what made me happy was baking. So, I looked around and found that we had this great program at COD, and I decided that it was something I needed to do, was go back to school and find something that really made me happy. So my experience at COD with the professors and chefs it's been fantastic. Some of the classes that I've taken so far are a beginning baking class, which was really cool because we did a lot with bread with Chef Carrie, which was really interesting. And then I've also taken a cake decorating class, which is especially interesting to me because that's more along the lines of what I want to get into. As the classes progress, we learn more and more and really dive deeper into the specifics of baking and plating and specialty desserts. It's really cool. So I met with Chef Carrie before I even decided to enroll there, and she was just super pleasant the whole time and really helpful with all the information and really available for me to email or call if I needed anything. Chef Thielman, or Chef T, is hilarious. He's tough, but he's compassionate, and he treats you like a professional and not just a student, which is good because sometimes you need that tough love because that's what you're going to get in the field. And Chef Wagner is just a wonderful person. I love her, and she's really fun to learn from because she has the experience and that she's super smart and she knows what she's doing with cake decorating, and she had her business in Florida, so you can always relate back, and she shows us pictures from things that she's done. So it's really easy to see that we're not just decorating for fun, we can apply it to a real situation, which is really cool. While I'm in school, I'm working here at Blackberry Market, and it was a place that I had seen before I started to go to school, but as I made the transition into school, I wanted to find a job in a related field. So a lot of what we do here, it's really nice because it has a more rustic feel to our food. It's very delicious baked goods, not so much of the fancy plated desserts. But it's really great because that's the kind of food that people want to eat because it's comforting. And a lot of what we're doing here are what we learned in the basics. It's basic, making sure you're mixing correctly and making sure you're baking correctly and making sure that you are cutting equal portions, and it really helps you hone in on those solid skills that you need to have. I would definitely recommend the culinary program at COD because it's very doable. It can be very daunting going into it, and it seems like a lot, and the kitchens can be intimidating because there's so much going on, but the chefs there are just wealths of knowledge, and the equipment that we have You're not going to find at every other school, and it's an affordable experience. It's something that I was able to go back and do, which I might not have been able to do if I went to a huge culinary school elsewhere. So it's a really great program.
The Distinguished Alumni Awards program celebrates a group of College of DuPage alumni who have achieved outstanding accomplishments in their chosen career and have demonstrated outstanding service to their local community. In this edition of Images, former Marine, University of Illinois graduate, and medical doctor Patrick C. Cullinan reflects on his accomplishments and attributes his success to the quality of instruction he received at College of DuPage.
Dr. Patrick Cullinan. Patrick lives by the creed, if something is worth doing, it is worth doing the best of your ability. For starters, Cullinan took classes at COD for a year, and in that time completed 2 years' worth of credits. The former Marine went to finish 2 bachelor's degrees with cum laude honors at the University of Illinois and doctorate in osteopathy at Midwestern University. He specialized in not 1, but 3 medical areas, yet still looks back on his learning and experiences at the College of DuPage as setting the gold standard for all his endeavors.
I'm not sure anything would have stopped Patrick from becoming a very successful person.
At an early age, we could see that whatever he participated in, he always did it in a way that he would maximize his success. He's a very strongly driven, high-achieving mentality.
Patrick had gone out of high school right into the Marines, served for 4 years, accumulated 70 hours of credit at 2 different universities while he was in the Marines, and had planned to transfer to the University of Illinois right upon leaving the Marines. Unfortunately, U of I felt he was short some credits, so he used College of DuPage as his source.
He once told me that in all of the college that he received, his best instructors were here.
I recall having Patrick as a type of student in my class that came in prepared, energized, wanting to ask questions at the 2nd and 3rd tier, maybe staying after class and discussing a little further something we had done in class. An instructor loves to have 1, 2, 3 of those types of students in any class because they happen to be the dynamic that lifts the whole class upward.
Out of all the doctors that I have trained, which and graduated about 250 or so, Patrick just stands out as one that wanted to always do his very best to become a great emergency medicine physician. He was meticulous, conscientious. He always pushed to do better and get other people to do better and do things for the training program to make it better.
He links the College of DuPage as one of the key places that helped thrust him forward in his whole professional life. He now refers to his undergraduate learning at College DuPage as the best experience he'd had in college outside of medical school.
Through the course of all of the years that my son has been a participant in whatever event that he is engaged in, Marine Corps, then he came back, came to COD, then he went on to U of I, graduated with honors, then he went to med school, graduated number 2, and then 5 years in his residency. Out of 72 residents, he was number 1. So I've been given opportunity to be very proud of him on numerous occasions, and this is just one more that I can add to the list.
From the class of 1993, please welcome Dr. Patrick C. Cullinan, a 2017 Distinguished Alum.
don't get nervous. It's not that long. It's double-spaced. So first off, I come here with so much gratitude and humility. We had a chance to talk earlier today as a panel, and I actually am not sure how I got up on the stage with these other 6. So I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of your class. I'm going to just make a few comments. I promise it won't go very long, but I do want to first start off with an applause for you. Everybody up here is here because of you and what you gave us. So I'd like to just take a moment to give you recognition. I want to say thank you to the College of DuPage. I grew up in Lombard. I knew about College of DuPage from a young age. And its values, what it stands for in the community, turned out to be very parallel and complementary to my own, which I didn't realize when I was growing up. It's a small junior college. I call it small because I kept thinking of the big universities. And so I'd just like to say thank you to the College of DuPage, the professors, specifically Dr. Dwayne Ross, who really made a huge impact on me coming out of the Marine Corps, and of course the faculty and the staff. I could say nothing but great things. So let me move in and we'll keep this moving along. With gratitude and humility, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to the veterans. It's Veterans, we're getting close to Veterans Day. If I could please have the veterans stand. When I was in the Marine Corps, I thought if you were not a Marine, you were not my equal. That's the mentality, right? But when you get out, you realize the sacrifice that all of the veterans, the military, offer to their families, the time away, the low pay, the bad jobs, and the risk. And I am grateful for the sacrifices that they have made, and so I think it's important that we recognize them. I'd like my family to stand. Mom, Dad, Louise, family, thank you. It is truly the families that are the backbone to our successes, and I could not be here without them. If I could have my friends that have taken the time to come. I have baseball coaches. I have friends. Please stand up. Yeah, come on. There you go. Okay. I saw some of those pictures that were there that I wasn't expecting, and they knew me when, and they still are here tonight. So thank you. Okay. So I'm going to give a mini skirt address. It'll be long enough to cover the essentials, short enough to keep your interest. I'm going to move through this. Part of the reason that COD struck me was because our values were very much the same in much of what I learned. I'm going to just highlight a few items that I think have guided and directed me, but a lot of it came because of being here. I lived my life, but I was only given that life by my family and my friends who walked beside me. Many times they stood behind me and pushed me. They guided me, they supported me, especially when I screwed up. And I'm sure that you as families did the same for them. And so that's the number one thing I want to say that I'm thankful for. The foundation to success has to be solid. And it is the friends and the family that we keep around us that allow us to build until we reach a pinnacle that others view as high. But the truth is, it's the foundation that holds us. Money does not define us. It's the process of getting there. It's the important things in life. Money may follow, but that's not what defines who we are. It's our character. Dream big. Even if you miss the stars, you'll land on the moon. I think COD started small, and kept dreaming bigger and bigger. And when I walked around today, I saw the campus and how much it had grown. And it is that dreaming big that keeps us growing. Risk. Take it. You got to take the risk, otherwise there is no major reward. When they're expanding this campus, they don't know whether they're going to fill this school or not, but they took the risk. When I think about the programs that they opened, that was risk, and the risk is paying off. You can't be afraid of that risk or to leave home. There's great adventure out there, and it is the leaving home that, one, makes you value where you came from, but two, gives you the opportunities that you would never have. Not every challenge, promotion, or opportunity is worthy of your time. That was something that took me a long time to learn. It's only in the last couple of years I feel like I've created better balance, because I'm starting to realize that we can spend our energy, our time on a lot of things that are not worthy of it. And the important things, friends and family, are. And too many times we sacrifice from them. Even though we are always looking at the destination, it's really the journey that we look back on and appreciate. Many times we get someplace and we go, it's not what I thought it was going to be. But the journey is what we remember. And I'm very thankful for the journey that took me through COD to get me other places. Never give up. Even when you think that you can't make it, you never quit. I'm going to tell just a quick story. I went out hiking with my wife, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and 4-year-old. I ended up carrying my 4-year-old on my back. It was a 6-mile hike. And there was this hill about mile 5, and we're going up, and it kind of winded, and my wife is angry. She's angry at me. She's angry at everybody. And my 7-year-old was frustrated too. He was tired, pouting, and there was a bench. And my wife says, we're just going to sit down. You go ahead and go to the top where this wooden tower was. And I stopped, and I didn't say anything, and I gave her a chance to catch her breath, which many times we have to do. And I said to her, do you think you can make it? And she goes, that's fine. Let's do it. And we go up, and we get up there, and it was only like another 300, 400 yards, but you couldn't see the finish line. And when we got there, she goes, oh, I didn't know how close it was. That's right. You don't always know how close you are to the finish line if you quit. So sometimes when it looks like you can't quite make it, keep pushing. Surround yourself with the items, the people, the things that fill your heart, that complete you, that make you happy. Because we all need times to regenerate ourselves, to recharge. And when you're surrounded by those items, it gives you an opportunity to do that and to reflect back on where you've been, where you're going, who you're with, and whether you're actually on the right path. This is it. In closing, I have one word that I believe defines my thought process. I have it hanging up on the wall in my office. Persistence. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Calvin Coolidge. I think those are really strong words to live by. I want to say thank you again for allowing me to be here, to recognize me for what's been accomplished, but more importantly, for just letting me be a part of this. Thank you.
Career opportunities for electronics technology majors exist in many industries and professions, from computers and telecommunications to renewable energy and biomedical fields. Students interested in electronics come to College of DuPage for high-tech, hands-on training.
The students at the Electronics Technology program here at COD will be learning how to analyze and design electronic devices and equipment of all kinds. Computers, telecommunication equipment, biomedical equipment, and all kinds of instrumentation equipment used in modern technology. Those students are equipped to work in the high technology industries in our area, analyzing, maintaining, and help design electronic equipment.
The things that excite me about the electronics technology is the fact that everything in the future is going to relate to technology. Everything that we're seeing for the future is going to be technology related. And just to be applicable into the field, I want to be able to work on technology.
The biggest thing I like about this field is the opportunity to work with my hands, to actually be hands-on, working, with different components.
We've just been building lots of inductive circuits and doing a lot of stuff with capacitors. I really like being able to actually make something and see what it does and be able to create something in electronics.
We have a new program. We started it 2 years ago, the Biomedical Engineering Technology program, that is specific for biomedical equipment, that is medical equipment used in hospitals. It's very important. These are very expensive pieces of equipment.
Biomedical technicians able to calibrate and fix the machines, and the lower biomedical technicians most of the time are followed around by higher biomedical engineers, help them troubleshoot, tell them exactly what specifically has to come out of a machine. COD is the only school in the region that has the biomedical engineering technology degree, and I think it is the right place to start for biomedical engineering.
Our students are in high demand in local industry, and a lot of our former students recommend our current students for employment in their industry. Our reputation is very high. Highway I-88 is a technology corridor. There is a higher concentration of high-tech companies here in our area than in Silicon Valley. And this high-tech industry, in order to maintain their status as leaders in their fields, they have to get the best engineers and the best technicians. And we produce those technicians.
Dental hygienists do more than just clean teeth. They serve an important role in patients' overall health. The Dental Hygiene Program at College of DuPage prepares its graduates to provide comprehensive oral health care services in a variety of settings. With an outstanding pass rate for board licensing exams and growing employment prospects in the field, students completing COD's Dental Hygiene Program definitely have something to smile about.
A dental hygienist takes care of patients not only from a dental perspective, from a general oral health perspective. Oftentimes I think it's mistaken that we just clean teeth, we're just clinicians, but actually we're basically educators and health promoters. In addition to that, we also take care of people's overall health, because oftentimes we see diseases that could occur throughout the body show up in the mouth first. Things like diabetes, hormonal diseases can also show up in the mouth first. Changes in the color of the tissue can alert us to fairly serious diseases, so we'd want to alert the patient and the dentist to what we find. So we just aren't your typical clean the teeth for just to make pretty smiles, although that's one nice advantage of being a dental hygienist. But in addition, we're concerned about the person's overall health.
What brought me to College of DuPage is their reputation for the dental hygiene program. They have an excellent pass rate for the state board exams. They totally prepare the students for what to expect out there, and that's something I wanted to be a part of.
I had quite a few choices in selecting dental hygiene programs and actually dental schools. Once I chose to become a dental hygienist, COD was my top choice because of the pass rates in our boards, and the facility itself is you just can't beat.
I think our facilities are state-of-the-art. It's just like any dental office, well, modern dental office. We have digital technology, we have our intraoral cameras, all of our equipment is top-notch. My favorite part is actually being in clinic. We're seeing real patients with real issues, real pathology, and we're actually treating them before we're even getting into the real world. So I think that's awesome.
The dental hygiene students are provided with an array of patients. A lot of our patient population are people that do not have dental insurance. So I think the college helps the community in general by giving patients a place to be seen. In addition, it gives students great experiences on things that they might not see in the typical dental office practice.
I feel like the faculty here are amazing in the fact that each faculty member has experiences that have really taught me all along in my interactions with each of them in our classes and in clinic especially.
A lot of the things that I'm learning now, I had no idea I had to know as a dental hygienist. We have to know almost everything a dentist has to know. I did not realize I would have to be a nutritionist. I didn't realize I'd be reading into detail as far as with the x-rays, radiographs, and things of that nature. It's really in-depth. It's very rewarding for me because it's helping me to become a better hygienist.
I think our students are very well prepared. In fact, from the information we've gotten from employer surveys, from students that have graduated and have gone out into the community to work, they've all been very favorable.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Images. We hope you enjoyed this program from College of DuPage. Also, you can watch past episodes of Images on demand by visiting our website at cod.edu. I'm Rio Omaria. See you next time.